Oh yeah, I love this place. It's a beautiful stadium. I managed 20 years here, and I had some of the greatest memories of my entire life right here, managing the Dodgers for 20 years. This is my 60th year with the Dodgers now, and I'm the happiest guy in the world.
Fernando Valenzuela is going to be honored in a couple of months. And what was one of the things, for us, this was the best player that we ever had in Mexico. What was the one thing that was special about Fernando, of you coaching Fernando Valenzuela?
He never knew we had a bullpen. He always wanted to finish the game. Anything he started, he wanted to finish it. He was one of the greatest competitors I've ever met. I got to go.
An incredible and historic trajectory of your career that you have had, and how does being Scully start? I mean, how do you come with this love of the game and you start knowing that you want to do what you do so well?
Well, for whatever reason, when I was 8 years old, I wrote a composition in grammar school for the nuns, and I wanted to be a sports announcer. And of course, I always loved baseball. I grew up in New York. I could walk from my grammar school to the Polo Grounds and see baseball games almost every day after school. I didn't have to pay for them. There were two organizations which encouraged youngsters to, go to the ball games. And that's where I started. I had the desire, and then I had a very strong desire to broadcast, and it worked out for me. So God has been very good.
Every broadcaster that I've known, they say that Vince Scully is their inspiration. So I'm wondering, who was your inspiration? Who was your teacher?
Well, my teacher was Red Barber, who was the #1 announcer in Brooklyn when I got there. Before that, I listened to some great announcers we only had really college football, and I would hear people like Ted Husing and also Bill Stern and Red Barber, and that just whetted my appetite more. And then the roar of the crowd has always infatuated me, and so put it all together, and here I am.
The poetry of the game, I mean, not many people understand it because sometimes they will criticize baseball being a little bit too slow. So many aspects, so many things that go around a game. Not even when the ball is not in play. I mean, you have to really be like a knowledgeable person like you do to really understand it. I was wondering, from all the thousands of games that you played, I mean, and you did the play-by-play, is there one in particular, one that is like your favorite, one that you say, God, thank God that I was part of that game?
Well, that'd be pretty hard. I've been very, very fortunate in seeing great moments, great games, whether it was Henry Aaron breaking Babe Ruth's record, whether it was Sandy Koufax pitching a perfect game, or Don Larson pitching a perfect game in the World Series, Gibson's home run here. I've just had so many, so I really couldn't say just one game. Perhaps one of the more emotional games, because I was much younger, is when Johnny Padres beat the Yankees back in 1955. It meant so much to the borough of Brooklyn that I would certainly remember that and put that certainly in the top 5.
Last two and we're done. I was wondering how would Vince Scully would like to be remembered by the thousands of people that have heard you? How would people like to remember you? What would you like your legacy to be?
Well, really, I'm not really interested in what they really think of me as a broadcaster. I'd rather be thought of as a good man and a good husband and a good father and a good grandfather. And then if you want to throw in broadcaster, okay, I'll thank you for that too.
For that kid that is watching right now that has that dream, dares to dream that improbable dream that plays, today we have video games or they could put mute on the television, and they do it a la Vince Scully, Kirk Gibson, one of the ninth inning against Dennis Eckersley. What do you tell them? What is your advice to that young man?
Well, I would just say don't be afraid to dream. You might say, well, it's a long shot. The chances are I'll never make it. But get that out of your mind. Dare to dream and give it your best shot. Because if you don't make it, then at least you say, I've tried. If you don't even try, you spend the rest of your life saying, I wonder what would have happened if I had tried, etc. So don't dare to quit on your dreams. Hang in there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
Bless
your
you.
time.
Happy to do it.
And I mean, this is one of my best ones. I swear to God. Thank you so much. ¿Y qué tal, amigos de Televisa Deportes? Estamos aquí con un inmortal, el gran Mike Sciocia, catcher inmortal de los Dodgers de Los Ángeles y ahora flamante manager de los Angels de Anaheim. Mike, gracias por estos minutos que nos das. ¿Hablas español, me dices?
Un poquito, no mucho, pero es un placer. Yo tengo mucha oportunidad en la Grande Liga con los Dodgers y es una experiencia de mi vida. Yo trabajo con peloteros como Fernando y Oral Hershiser y Steve Sachs. Y el equipo de los Dodgers siempre tiene una oportunidad por ganar división y nosotros ganar dos series del mundial en 81 y 88.
Dime, ha de ser el cambio, ¿no? O sea, todo jugador, como tú empezaste de jugador y ahora eres manager. ¿Qué es lo que te llevas tú de siendo jugador a ser manager? ¿Qué es lo que tú aprendes y qué es lo que llevas tú como ser manager?
El jugador es número uno. Cuando tú jugas béisbol, la última es the best. You know, claro. Sí. Cuando tú ganas, un jugador, cuando él gana la Serie Mundial, es especial. De un delante o un manager, es bueno, pero no lo mismo. Ese juego es importante cuando tú puedes jugar. Y nosotros como Mickey y Alfredo Griffin y Ron Renick y Mike Putla todo, es un parte diferente cuando tú no puedes jugar. Y es claro.
El 2002 para mí fue un año muy bonito y muy difícil. Muy bonito porque fueron campeones mundiales. Muy difícil porque yo viví en Anaheim toda mi vida. Viví muy cerquita de Angel Stadium. Y el día que me mudé a México fue en julio del 2002. Ustedes campeones en octubre y yo en México. O sea, dime una cosa. ¿Cómo lograste tú de una franquicia? Yo me acuerdo, yo era el único fan de los Angels en Anaheim y iban los Yankees y todo el mundo, ¡viva los Yankees! Y todos los Angels y en Angel Stadium. ¿Cómo lo haces tú para hacer que los angelitos sean campeones?
Sí, los fanáticos cambian cuando ganamos en 2002. Los fanáticos cambian, sí. Antes jugar contra los Yankees o los Red Sox, muchos fanáticos vienen por esos equipos, pero no más. Ahora en Anaheim, todos los fanáticos por los Angels. Y es un tiempo especial y un equipo especial porque tiene 9 peloteros que juegan todos los días y jugadora y sabe lo parte pequeño de béisbol que es importante por ganar. Es un equipo especial y nosotros queremos regresar a la Serie Mundial y ganar otra vez.
Y la última pregunta, Coach Mike Sciocia, ¿cómo quiere usted el día de mañana, veamos en el 2040, 2050, cuando vaya mi hija Isabelita al Salón de la Fama, vea a los grandes, a Babe Ruth, a Ty Cobb, a los grandes catchers, que no me acuerdo los nombres, pero tú sabes mejor que yo? ¿Cómo quisieras que de repente cuando vea el nombre de Mike Sciocia, gran catcher, Salón de la Fama, cómo te gustaría que te recordaran los niños a ti?
Estuve en pelotero con, ¿cómo se dice? Average talento, no mucho talento, pero yo trabajo dura y yo tengo una experiencia de mi vida cuando yo jugaba en la Grande Liga. Si yo puedo jugar en la Grande Liga, mucho pelotero joven y mucho muchacho que tiene 8, 9, 10 años, ellos tienen oportunidad. Si ellos trabajan duro, estudian mucho y sabe lo trabajo necesito levanta a la Grande Liga. Y el béisbol es un juego especial por mi familia, por esa organización y por los peloteros en ese cuarto. Y tú nunca sabes cuando tú tienes esa oportunidad. Entonces, los peloteros jóvenes, los muchachos, los niños, ellos necesitan, ¿cómo se dice? Tener fun, have fun.
Divertirse.
Sí, divertirse cuando ellos jugar. Y entonces ellos practican dura y ellos tienen una oportunidad por el talento a levantar a la Grande Liga.
Mike Sciocia no solamente un catcher legendario, pero también un manager que los años de experiencia, los días en la batería del béisbol tiene muchísimo que aportar al más rápido de todos los deportes. En la cobertura total en exclusiva con Mike Sciocia, Francisco Villalobos, Televisa Deportes. My friend.
Thank you.